Casselberry. Welcome to another episode of the What's Up Casselberry podcast.
Woo! Yeah! 158.
You really need a button for that, Robin. Episode 158.
I didn't remember the number, so.
I got you. 158.
Woo!
Thank you. And for this special episode, we are here with a very special stand-in, substitute, tagged-in co-host. Aaliyah had another commitment today, so we drafted in from our A-list Miss Rachel, who also doubles as a guest today. Rachel, welcome to the show.
Hi. I just found out that I'm a co-host right now.
You are.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That is
Thank
a
you.
promotion. There is no money that comes with it. Joining Rachel is our producer, Robin.
Woohoo, it's me.
And, as ever, our one and only, the guy with the funny faces, which you will never know because this is an audio, not a video podcast, Mr. Carlos.
Am I co-host officially then too, or am I also
You have been
just?
promoted.
Oh, thank
Everybody,
you.
You're a
Not temporary.
co-host and you're a co-host.
I'm not assistant to the co-host
This
or
is our
co
Oprah
to the host.
Winfrey tribute episode, and you're a co-host and you're a co-host. And
Perfect.
we're all co-hosts.
Perfect.
I'm a co-host, and so I will ask the first question. Welcome, everybody. Just a quick check-in as the summer comes to an end. As you look forward to the next few weeks, what are you most looking forward to? And what are you dreading? Let's start with co-host / producer Robin.
Well, I have a summer bucket list,
Oh.
and I've only checked off like 2 in these 2 months. We only have 1 month left.
All right, well, tell us what you've completed, and we will celebrate that.
I went on a boat.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Where was that?
I went to visit Janine, who moved to Melbourne, whose husband has a boat, and they live on the water. And I was like, let's just take this baby for a spin. And we did, and there was a dolphin, and there was water. I don't know.
Wow,
But that's the way to do it. That's what I tell June all the time. Is that she goes, we should get a boat, and I'm like, no, we don't want to be the people with the boat. We want to have friends with the boat.
You need a friend with a boat.
So we also have friends in Melbourne who are about to get a boat, and we're like, there we go.
See,
Like
You don't
that-
want to be
that's
the guy
how-
with the truck. You want a friend with a truck.
Exactly.
You don't want to be the guy with a dishwasher. You want to have a friend with a dishwasher.
I think we're starting to. Yeah, we're starting. Yeah.
All right.
Dishwasher.
What else was on your bucket list, Robin? That you
I'd rather
checked off?
keep that to myself, but I will tell you what still
Is there a mystery man? Our listeners need to know. Why have you gone all red?
What's left on this bucket list is to go to the beach.
That was. Are you running for office? Because that was a great redirect.
And I'd like to go to Mount Dora.
Oh.
There's some other things, but they're like little things.
Well, that can
Yeah.
be accomplished.
I know.
I met with the new principal at South Seminole Academy here in Casselberry yesterday, and he lives in Mount Dora.
It's kind of a commute for him.
Yeah, but what we
But
do
it's a
is,
bucket list item for you. So
is.
Yeah, we could find out which car is his and throw you in a trunk, and you could
I mean,
get out when you get there.
It is reasonable to just take myself there, one day.
All right. Well, Robin, thanks for reporting back.
You're welcome.
We will continue to press you about this mystery man that you're not telling us about, but we won't do that right now because we need you to gain your composure. Let's go to Rachel. What are you looking forward to in the next few weeks?
Well, I'm a teacher, and I like being a teacher, so I'm excited that school is starting soon.
I love that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of teachers right now who don't like being teachers, and I just want to give them a hug and say, you're doing an incredible job.
I know. Well, you said also what you're not looking forward to, though, right?
Yes.
I was going to say I'm a teacher, and school's starting soon. But no, I look forward to most of it. I just don't like grading.
Yes. It's funny, I don't like being graded, too, so I would do well in your class.
I
we
love
could just
ju-
skip that part.
I love judging people.
Yeah, I've
So
heard that
yeah,
about you.
I'm very judgmental. So
Yeah.
If you ever need help grading.
Boyfriend.
Perfect recipe for
Robin,
a
I think
teacher.
I saw a picture. Is it the guy in the picture on Facebook?
that was the Instagram story.
No?
Did you see the one on Instagram?
I did.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, there we go again. That's 2 denials. Carlos, let's go back to you before we kind of...
Before we hear the rooster crow.
Yeah. What are you most looking forward to next few weeks? What are you dreading?
Ooh. Let's see. Looking forward to the most probably. This is a far out thing, but I still want to it's just the next big thing on our radar. We promised Gemma that we are taking her to Disney for her birthday in December. So I'm already thinking, because I've gone to Disney multiple times growing up in Florida. I had friends who worked at Disney or whatever, so I've been to Disney for free more times than I should have. So it's great. I just haven't been in like 10 years.
Yes.
And so
Well, it's got a little bit more expensive, just to warn you.
I know. Well, we started looking at the prices and we're like,
Yeah. What are you dreading?
what am I dreading? So probably paying for that would probably be one thing I'm dreading. But no, let's see. What am I dreading the most? Probably just my list of things to do around the house. Just little fixes here and there and different stuff has gotten quite big.
Yeah,
And so
you've got some interior painting to do.
I do.
Just to let our listeners know, when we came in and sat down, we're recording from Carlos's home. He said, "Yeah, I've got to paint the wall because on it says gullible." And so Rachel, co-host Rachel, looked around, only to realize that she had been gullible and believing that there was a word gullible on the wall.
Somehow I knew I'd be made fun of if I did this.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that co-host Andy also took a good long stare at said
I don't know
wall.
what you're talking about. All right, moving quickly on. Let me share what I'm looking forward to and what I am dreading. I am dreading the possibility that by the end of the episode, Robin will not tell us about her mystery guy. What am I looking forward to? That one day she will tell us about her mystery guy. So that's where my hopes and dreams are right now.
Stay tuned to find out.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. All right, let's move to our next section. Casselberry in the news. Cue dramatic music. All right, we have 2 stories to tell you. I will share the first story about a heroic Winter Springs resident who was recently honored by his city for helping a Casselberry resident. The story reads that Gina Legond was driving through a city where she was heading home, and somehow vehicle that she was in caught fire related to an electronic transformer, and Mr. Doherty, at great personal risk, managed to get involved, get her out the car before it went up in flames. And so much I love about this story. I think that many of us run the other way when we see tragedy. And I love that he ran towards it, and in doing so managed to save this lady's life. Also, I love some love from Winter Springs to Casselberry. We're all part of a broader community, and when we can help people out, that's always a good thing. So thank you, Mr. Donnie Doherty, and congratulations on your Citizen Life-Saving Award. I know that Miss Legond and many of her friends and family and us in Casselberry appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. There was that quote. It reminds me of that quote from Mr. Rogers, who would say, "When there's tragedy that happens, look for the helpers."
Yeah.
Right. So it's good to know that there's those of us who, or, people in our community who aren't running the other way. They're going and helping and being heroic. So yes, we thank
And that's
Donnie.
exactly what Ms. Legond said of Mr. Doherty. I thank God that he responded, and he did not look the other way.
Mm-hmm. I will share our next segment of news. We're proud to announce that Casselberry is now one of Casselberry's intersections is now part of the Vision Zero Central Florida. Now, if you haven't heard of Vision Zero or what it is or why we need it, there's on average about 5 people that are killed and 35 people seriously injured every week in our Central Florida roadways. That includes Osceola, Orange, and Seminole counties. Vision Zero is a program where the local governments are partnering to try to eliminate traffic fatalities and severe injuries. And we are taking a multi-pronged approach throughout different areas, but in general, the goal is to make our cities and our communities more walkable, more pedestrian friendly, more safe for everyone all around. So if you're interested in learning more about it, there is a website, visionzerocfl.gov, which will kind of detail everything that's going on there. But specifically, the intersection here in Casselberry is on 436 and 1792. And so it's just great to see that our community is involved in that. We're always talking on this podcast how much we love that Casselberry cares for its community through the arts, and but everything matters, including the safety and having the ability to ride your bike, walk, take a bus safely, and not have to worry about, am I going to make it to my destination, is just one of those things that we certainly need. So
Yeah, I think this is a wonderful win for our city. We pride ourselves on being one of the most walkable cities in Central Florida, and so to be able to minimize the potential threat on some of our biggest intersections, which incidentally aren't Casselberry roads, they're owned by the DOT. I think that's going to be a win for our city as well. And I look forward to hearing more about that. And I would encourage everybody, first of all, to find out more about that, to celebrate that, but also until we are moving forward in that project, to be safe,
Yes.
to look both ways, and be safe.
Yep, and I do want to mention that on that vision0cfl.gov website that I mentioned, there is opportunities for resources to learn more about what it is, crash data to see what's where these accidents are happening, a calendar of upcoming events, action plans on how these are being addressed, but also public feedback. So if you have a concern that you would like to raise, I mean, this is the time to do it, because the data doesn't tell the entire story.
Yeah.
So this is a good opportunity to get involved with your community and provide that public feedback.
Yeah, I love that. I remember at the commission meeting, they talked about how they had collected all the data, but they realized that the stories and the resident know-how was actually an important part of the plan that they would develop to keep things safer.
Yep.
That's good. All right, there you go. Some breaking news about Casselberry, celebrating heroes and celebrating that we're going to become a safer city. Now, let's quickly move on. And I know our new interim co-host has a contribution to make for our Dad Joke of the Week section.
I do. And because I'm an educator, I brought a dad joke that will also be educational for everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know about that.
that's good, because Robin's really needs to learn a lot about dad jokes because hers are so bad.
So as at least 2 of you in the room know, I have type 1 diabetes, so I'm a person with diabetes, and so my joke is a diabetes joke.
Oh,
I feel like I can make this joke since I'm part of the community.
okay.
And the joke is, why do diabetes jokes upset some people? Anyone?
No, why?
Why?
Because you can't sugarcoat them.
Hey, I don't know whether to laugh or not, but
So-
if you told it, so I
So now
suppose
this
I
is
can.
an educational moment
Yes.
because people commonly believe that type 1 diabetics can't eat sugar, and it's not actually true. And it's one of the things that frustrates me the most as a diabetic. I can eat sugar because I dose insulin for it. And sometimes I have to eat sugar because it becomes life-saving when my blood sugar is low. So there's like a little bit of
All right.
it's a slightly misrepresentational joke.
Yes, I
To
mean, it's
open the door for education. So
There you go. There's my educational dad joke moment.
wow.
And I just want to give credit to my husband, Mike, who helped me find the joke.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Well, I'm kind of like nervous to share mine because there's nothing educational about mine. There is actually a lot that is very dumb and could make you less educated as I tell my jokes. So let me share with you a few. Everyone's eyes on France right now with the Olympics. I did see on the TV that there was a French man wearing sandals. You know what he was called? Philippe Philop. Okay, Robin, this is a good one for you. You'll get this one. You ready? Why can't dinosaurs clap their hands?
Why?
Because they're extinct. Because there's no dinosaurs
the
anymore.
anti-joke.
Okay,
Okay,
you're
the
not wrong.
anti-joke. Yeah.
I think we can do better, Andy.
Okay, seriously though, just before I hand over to Carlos, who I'm sure we'll bring up standard, we've had some problems at home. Had to get a handyman out to do some things. I gave him a to-do list, 10 things on there. Let me see, 6 things on there, and he only did jobs 1, 3, and 5. You know why?
Why?
He only does odd jobs.
Ah,
There we go.
that one's good.
That was my favorite of the 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for saying nice
I thought
things
there
about
was-
my
there was a
joke.
little-
Mike's joke was nice too.
Thank you. Yeah, I was a little anxious about
Carlos,
this segment
save
because
this section.
Save this section.
Mike said it was happening, and I was like, I don't know any dad jokes. And he found one for
you
me.
crushed it.
Handy, you just went to the eye doctor.
I did.
So you may know this.
My eyes are dilated as we speak.
Yeah. Do you know what the last part of your body to die is?
I could make some inappropriate guesses.
It's your pupils.
Okay.
Because they dilate.
Oh, they dilate. I should have
That was
got
good.
that.
That was good.
Very good.
Now, this was the joke that I'm nervous about telling, but I'm just going to say it anyways.
Well, let me just turn your mic up.
The jokes expressed in this podcast do not necessarily reflect the feelings, thoughts of the
So-
co-host.
Do you know what propaganda is?
Yes.
Yeah, it's when Andy takes a good long look at something.
Okay.
Propaganda. Yes, it's a proper mate. It's a propaganda mate. It's a propaganda. Very good. British humor.
I was just nervous because I was like, I'm poking fun at Andy, but you know what?
Yeah, don't worry about that. I have known Robin for a long time, and she is making my skin thicker. All right, thank you. Robin, we forgot you.
I don't got one. I'm just here to laugh.
Do you want to tell us a joke, or you want to tell us about your mystery man?
And now a word from our sponsor. Church Together connects people together with Christ in community and for our city. Join us for worship at 200 North Triplet Lake Drive in Casselberry, Sundays at 10 a.m. For more information, visit us at ourchurchtogether.com.
All right, welcome back, listeners, to the favorite part of your favorite podcast, our interview section with Rachel today. Rachel, thank you for joining us. We're so excited to get to talk to you and learn a little bit more about you. We're going to start off by letting producer Robin ask you the hardball questions.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thanks
Dun,
for
dun,
having me,
dun.
by the way.
Of course. Glad to.
This is your favorite podcast host's favorite podcast. It's the quote. Anyway,
Yeah.
I digress. Rachel, if you were a movie...
Why are you making this more dramatic than it needs to be, Robin? Poor Rachel, she's sweating bullets here. Just drop the question.
Rachel, if you could sum your life up in a movie or a TV show or a character, what would it be? What would the title be?
Well, Robin, as someone who likes to be prepared, I've been thinking about this question for some time.
This is the only one you have because we didn't share the questions
know.
beforehand.
So my husband helped me with the first question because Mike is a listener of your podcast.
Yes.
So that's part of why I said yes to this.
Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Go, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
I just waved to you, by the way.
We said hi, Mike, into the mic.
Yes, you did. But after some thought, I think I would title my movie Beeps and Bots.
Beeps and bots.
Beeps and Bots.
Bots or bops?
B-O-T-S.
Okay.
B-O-T-S. Beeps because as a type 1 diabetic, I wear little machines that keep me alive that alert all the time in the form of beeps. So we've gotten used to my life being filled with beeps. And bots because my husband and I really like robots. And so does our son. And so we have a house full of robots at home.
That's
I
great.
like it.
That's great. Well, you mentioned your son. Let me ask a cute question. You're a relatively new mom. What's your favorite thing about being a mom?
There are many things, but I think right now my favorite is that my son is actually funny. So I didn't expect that I would laugh every day as a mom, as much as I probably cry every day as a mom.
Yeah.
I like that I also laugh every day, and I think he's a genuinely funny little kid.
He is certainly a joy giver.
Thank you. Yes, sometimes he is that.
All that time I've spent with him at church has finally started to pay off. So
Has it?
he's funny, right? Isn't that what you
He
said?
is. Oh, right. Yes. Okay.
Does he still cry when you come there, Carlos?
Yeah, he does. That's still happening. So
My child is very discerning.
yeah,
He's, trusts a very small percentage of people.
Yeah, we're not on that list, buddy.
we're not. So Rachel, sometimes we have fans of the podcast send in questions, and one of our fans, who's one of our listeners, June, asked, "What is your favorite Korean drama at the moment?"
Ooh, I really like this
want to know
question.
this.
Okay, well, I watch them obsessively, and I'm currently looking for a new one. So if anybody wants to write in with suggestions, I'm open to it. But I think my favorite is actually the first one I ever watched, and I haven't really seen one that outdid it. I like Crash Landing on You.
Crash Landing on You.
It's a much loved Korean drama where part of the appeal is that the two leads actually fell in love in real life and got married after filming the show. And it's the only one that features life in North Korea and South Korea.
Wow.
Wow. I had no idea that Korean drama was such a big genre.
It's a big deal, Andy.
Yeah.
Robin is glowing with excitement over there.
Yeah.
And there is some overlap between fans of Korean drama and fans of another thing that you love, Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah, gee.
Andy, are you a Swiftie?
No.
He's a Swiftie.
I am
He-
many
he-
things, but
he
I
is-
am not a Swiftie.
He has
Robin
said,
is.
he has said many times he's not a Swiftie, but I saw a hooded figure at the last Taylor Swift skate night with glasses and a British accent.
That sounds a whole lot like what Andy
let's-
dresses like.
Let's
Yep.
move away from Taylor Swift, and I want to shake it up with the questions.
There we go.
Robin
See, he says
is
he's
a
not a
oh,
Swiftie.
what? Did I do a thing? So let me shake it up. No, I did mean it, Robin.
Let's
It was
just shake it off and,
intentional.
move
Let's
on. Yeah. He did do it wrong. You were trying to quote one of her
Yeah,
songs?
isn't it shake it
Yeah,
up?
no, it's
Oh, shake it up.
Shake it off.
Shake it up.
Yeah.
Shake it up. Okay. All right.
No, go ahead, keep singing.
Okay. I'm going to shake off your mockery, Robin, with my next question. If you were given, Rachel, free return air flight tickets to anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Wait, only the return flight is free?
No, it was
Round trip?
Round trip.
Oh, okay. Is that like a British saying, free return flights?
It's a proper gate, mate.
Okay.
Propaganda.
Propaganda. It's just when you get on a plane, you've got to have a propaganda at your ticket.
Okay, so free round trip tickets to anywhere in the world. Where would I go? I'm
Hang on, can we just pause for a minute? Can we just say that my eyes are dilated, and I don't think it's nice that you're laughing at me so much. Right
I
now.
know that each time that I get my eyes dilated, I don't make sense anymore. So
Yes, exactly, Rachel.
Right.
Thank you for that empathy and compassion. All right, so where are you going?
I'm going to Wales.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm Welsh, and I have distant family there, but I've never been there, and I'd like to go.
We used to go to Wales on family vacations.
Really?
Cal
Wow.
did know.
On holiday.
Or Lan does know, depending where you're from.
Okay.
On holiday.
On holiday, yeah.
Yep.
I learned that from Harry Potter.
We'd take up binoculars and we'd have a propaganda at our restaurant.
See? keep circling back to it.
No, there's only one thing we want to keep circling back to, and that's Robin's mystery man. So but anyway, Rachel is in the spotlight right here.
All right, so Wales. All right, so you're originally from Pennsylvania, but you and your family have made a home here in Casselberry. Can you tell us some of your favorite things about living in our community and kind of why you guys chose here?
Okay. I like a lot about Casselberry. I liked Casselberry before I became a mom, but I like it more since I became a mom. I already liked the library before because I really love libraries, but I like that the library has tons of kids programming and now like a new little area that is filled with kids toys, and we frequently take our little guy there. I love Secret Lake Park. We have been there, I think, 3 evenings this week already for the swings and the slide, and the animals. And
Do you take your son with you, or?
yeah, we just leave him at home, and then Mike and I go. No, these trips are driven by my son, and I mean, that's where I stop when I bike ride too. I like to make a pit stop there, but I also, and I know this is not specific to Casselberry, but I'm a big fan of our Casselberry Publix, and I do like it better than ones in other parts of Orlando. I think the people are actually friendlier at our Publix.
They're tremendously friendly. It is well organized and it is consistent.
Yes,
There's nothing I hate more than going into a Publix and then it's like they change stuff up all the time, or any store. But I love that I can walk in and know exactly where everything is.
Are we revealing some issues in your life by that comment? That was a very
No, I'm just saying, like if you walk into a store and you never know where the things are because they keep moving them around, and we've lived here since 2016, and it just seems generally consistent, and I know where the deodorant is and where the snacks are. And
Well, we're all grateful you know where the deodorant is.
yeah.
That's great. All right, so Rachel, you and Mike moved to Casselberry, drawn by the public. So that's great. So in Pennsylvania, you received your doctorate degree. We should be calling you Dr. Rachel. I'm sorry, Carlos doesn't have enough respect to do that earlier. And your studies took you on some fascinating adventures as part of your research.
They did.
Tell us about your degree and the kind of experience and adventure to find that, to earn that.
So I graduated from Duquesne University with a PhD in English, and my dissertation focused on contemporary Native American women writers and the relationship between gender and faith in their writing. And I really wanted to only write about people who I could meet. And so I picked authors who are living, and I made my best effort to meet all of them. I met all but one. And because I was writing about Native Americans without being Native American, I wanted to be actively in conversation with Native people. And so I did field research where I would fly to Oklahoma because that's where I had contacts. And I would do interviews with women who are part of different Native American communities. And those interviews then became the introduction to each chapter and really kind of transformed my understanding of who Native Americans are and kind of their worldview and their ethos.
I love that. That sounds like a fascinating adventure. What did you learn most from that population?
I learned a lot about reciprocity and mutuality in relationship. I think I started as a researcher who wanted to learn about them so I could put it in my dissertation, and it ended up with I have lifelong friendships as a result of those trips, and many of the people I met have hosted me in their homes. Some of them have helped me get jobs or get publishing opportunities, conference opportunities. And so it was, I thought I came offering like, here, I can give you exposure by writing about you, when in actuality, it was them giving kindness and relationship and love to me.
Wow. I love it when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of our follow-up questions was going to be, how have those experiences informed and shaped your life today? But I think you've answered that for us in what you learned and how you took that to heart and how it built you as a person.
Yeah, it changed the way I interact with people, and it was very humbling because I learned that instead of approaching people from cultures different from my own as people I can help, I now approach them as people who have much to offer to me and I want to learn from them. And that translates into my teaching. I teach a lot of Native American literature, and I also teach a lot of what it means to adopt humility as you approach people different from you.
Where can we get one of these books on humility for Robin? just asking for a friend.
I think that's fascinating today. You look at how polarized our society is and how divided we are. And it's so easy to kind of step back into our own camp, believe our camp is right, and just build up the pride around that. And so I love the fact that you stepped into a different culture.
Yeah.
And I think, to Carlos's point, that's a thing that we can all do, right? We all need to learn to walk in someone else's shoes and sit with folks who are different from us. I'd
love to honor the people that I did that project with by pointing out that there's a Florida connection. Long before I had ever been to Florida, when I was doing this research, I met a family, the Myflo family, who I'm happy to name because they were actually upset that IRB prevented me from naming them in the dissertation. But they're Chiricahua Apache. They currently live in Oklahoma, but one of their ancestors, more recent ancestors, was captured with Geronimo, and he was held in Castillo de San Marcos.
Oh, wow.
Here in St. Augustine. And they have family members who were born in captivity who were descended from him. And so they've got this story of tragedy that in the midst of it, they demonstrate their own resolve to continue cultural connection and educating people and celebrating who they are.
Yeah, I love that. That's so important. I think that's more important than we realize and give it credit for. Yeah.
So just to put a bow on that part of the conversation, what resources would you recommend besides your own dissertation, to someone who may want to become more familiar with these topics?
I don't know that I'd recommend my own dissertation. There's only one copy of it, and it's in Pennsylvania. So,
Well, you should print a few out, sell them.
Yeah,
Now you're a famous podcast guest.
exactly.
well, one of my favorite resources is a writer who was our poet laureate of the U.S. for 3 terms in a row. She's one of only, I think, 2 or 3 poets who have had 3 consecutive terms. But it's Joy Harjo. She's Muskogee Creek. She's based in Oklahoma. But I love her book, How We Became Human, because it's a collection of poetry from a number of volumes. And her writing speaks to reconciliation, forgiveness, honoring the dignity of each person. I think she's a great place to start reading.
That's good. It's good to know. Thank you for that. So, Dr. Rachel, you are a teacher and a professor. Tell us about what and where you teach. And you mentioned earlier that you love teaching. Tell us, what is it that excites you, that you love about that profession?
I teach English and world literature at Bishop Moore Catholic High School. So this year I will work primarily with seniors. There's a lot of things about teaching that I love. I love lesson planning. I love planning what the kids are going to do every day and creating interactions with them. I think my favorite are the moments in the classroom where the kids and I are kind of feeding off of each other, our energy, and maybe it's not completely planned, but things kind of spontaneously happen and I see the kids enjoying learning. And I like seeing people have ideas and realizations and make connections and think for themselves.
So I absolutely love this question, Andy.
Oh, I can't wait.
I did some
can't wait.
research here, Miss Dr. Rachel.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
On Rate My Professor,
Oh, my goodness.
you have a rating of 4.3 out of 5.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
What do you think makes a teacher?
What makes a teacher great? I mean, that's
I love it. No, I genuinely love this question.
That's a significant thing. I mean, it's 86% or something. I mean, you're doing
Yeah.
great.
Okay, thank you.
She's not a math teacher. So.
There was a...
Is that math right?
It is.
Okay. No,
I-
but 4.3 out of 5 on Rate My Professor. That is
Actually-
a great rating. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I
You
have
are a big
actually
deal.
intentionally not looked at it because it could be a very crushing experience to see Rate My Professor. What makes a great teacher? I think the ability to be authentically you in the classroom, because that makes the kids feel like they can be themselves and bring their full selves. I think flexibility. I think actually loving the students helps. And a little bit of sass, I think, helps too, especially with teenagers. They seem to appreciate. I last year, the kids asked me to describe each one of them in one word. It was a class of 25, so it was challenging. And then I told them they had to do that for me, and they got into small groups and picked words. And one of the words they came up with that I loved was sassy.
Oh.
Nice.
Well, further digging around the Rate My
Oh,
Professor
goodness.
website, people tagged you as valuing participation,
Oh,
providing good feedback,
oh,
and being caring.
wow.
Yeah.
So you do realize these are from my former career.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. But I mean, they are compliments that speak of who you are. And my question would be, why are those traits important for you as you serve as a teacher?
I don't think it's the best learning experience to just have someone talk to you. So I want the kids to actually be involved in the conversations, because I think you learn more when you're involved. I actually learn more when I teach. So I want them to be teaching me and each other so they learn more.
Love it. Providing great feedback.
Well, all of us mess up. And if we don't know how we mess up, then how do we get better?
And being caring.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be in a classroom with a teacher that was mean. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
These are great answers. That's good.
Exactly.
So
So,
congratulations. I mean, I did
Thank
look at
you.
that page, and I think you would be encouraged if you looked at that page.
I appreciate that. It's nice to hear those. I taught college for a long time, so those are from that kind of former life, and it was an enjoyable life, and it's nice to know I had some kind of positive impression.
yeah. So you mentioned that you live with diabetes, and we talked about you.
I also live with my husband and son.
Yes. Well, and when you mentioned that you have your son.
There's the sass.
There we go.
There's the sassy.
So I got a two-parter here for you. How has your diabetes care changed as a mom? And are there any support groups or resources you'd recommend to anybody who may be in a similar or same situation?
Okay. Well, there's Facebook groups for type 1 diabetics. There's actually a Central Florida Moms with Facebook group that's focused on type 1 diabetics. There's Moms with Type 1. There's the Juicebox podcast, which is a podcast and a Facebook group. I keep hitting the microphone next to me. So there's definitely resources on social media. I would love to find an in-person support group, but the last one that I was part of was in Tampa, and that disbanded a number of years ago. What was the other question?
How has your diabetes care changed as a mom?
Well, one thing that's changed is that I'm more forgetful, as evidenced by the fact that I can't remember everything about your questions.
I think that's because of the big spotlight we've got on you, though. Actually,
I think it's mom brain. I don't know. Well, I mean, so being a type 1 diabetic, it takes up a big chunk of your brain every day. So it's like having an additional full-time job. And the tech that you can wear is getting better and better. And so I changed insulin pumps before we had our child so that I could have tech that was going to help me better. So I went from having an insulin pump where I had to input all the information and make all the decisions to having an insulin pump that has an algorithm built into it that makes a lot of the decisions for me. So that has certainly changed positively. So I actually can think about it less and think about my child more. But I think the other thing that's changed is that I've learned the value of when the flight attendant says, put your own mask on before you put your child's mask on. If the oxygen masks drop. Because when little guy is hungry or, I don't know, needs something desperately and his world is ending if I don't do it for him, but my blood sugar is low, I'm teaching him that I have to take care of myself. And so he's going to grow up knowing like self-care is important. I mean, I also now have a little person constantly fascinated with the little devices I wear. So that's been fun. That part was sarcastic, by the way.
Well, so I think just as we prepare to wrap up, we have been learning that you are a super teacher, a super mom, but also we understand you are a superstar of the CFC Arts Choir.
I actually really wanted to mention CFC Arts.
So
Good
tell
job.
us about that.
Good job.
Upcoming programs and events.
Okay, so I sing in the community choir for Central Florida Community Arts. It's their founding organization. So Central Florida Community Arts does a lot of things in the city, but the choir is kind of like the heart of the organization. And it's a big choir. It's the largest community choir in the country. And it's very open and welcoming and accepting and fun, and you don't have to be trained to be in it. But a really cool thing is that we do some of our concerts kind of Casselberry adjacent. So we use Northland Church in Longwood as one of our venues. But it's so fun. We sing every Monday night, and it's a lovely community of people.
I love that. You're super involved in the community. Carlos is wondering if he and I can come and maybe do a duet together.
You know, anybody can come and they don't have to be able to sing. I will say that my little guy actually attends every choir practice and he sings along, and they welcome him too. So if he's welcome, you guys would be fine.
Perfect. They'll take two improvisers.
You've heard me sing, right? You probably don't want to do that. Rachel, thank you so much for joining us today. It has been a delight to have you on the show. We have just scratched the surface of a few of your many accomplishments, and it's been fun to learn not just about you and what you do, but how community and people and relationships are such a vital part of your life, and we love that about you. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. And thank you for a chance to do something that my husband is going to think is really cool that I did. Hi, Mike. By the way, when you ask me favorite things about Casselberry, Mike is one of my favorite things about Casselberry. So.
There you go.
Thank you, Dr. Rachel, for joining us today and being on the podcast.
You said that made her sound like some love advice columnist.
Or someone who's written a book of like random...
Thank you, Dr. Rachel, for your inspirational thoughts.
But seriously, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your time here. We had a very fun conversation. And yeah, so moving on to our inspirational moment and quote before we close out for the week. This one comes from Eleanor Roosevelt. When you give joy to other people, you get more joy in return. You should give a good thought to the happiness that you can give out. I can read that again. When you give joy to other people, you get more joy in return. You should give a good thought to the happiness that you can give out.
Thank you, listener, for listening to another unhinged episode of the What's Up Casselberry podcast.
It's only unhinged because you're here.
I didn't say that. This episode is hosted by Andy Searles, Carlos Ferrero, and special guest host Dr. Rachel, and produced by Robin Kepi. For more information, visit us at whatsupcasselberry.com. Till next time, have a great week.